Guys, my name is Ivan and today I'll show you how to create this cool looking glowing sphere thing. Well, the first thing you want to do is create a new layer, a new file, name it cool sphere. Alright, okay, so the first thing you want to do is create a new layer and select your elliptical marquee tool and just drag a perfect circle, just like that. Now fill it with any color you want to be in the middle, the color that will be glowing. So in this case, that will be red. Alright, now a cool trick here, if you didn't know, press this button right here to lock the transparency. That way you can paint on a sphere and it wouldn't touch anything but the sphere, just like that. Well, I'll personally just draw a sphere. That's not that hard actually. So set your opacity to about 10. Increase your brush size and just go in circles. One circle, two, three. Make sure you release the button and then press it again. Otherwise, you wouldn't see the difference. 4, 5. Just keep going like that. Just like that. Right now, increase the opacity to about 40% and slightly cover the edge. So as you can see, it already starts to look like a sphere. Alright, just add a little bit more black. And there you have it. There you have a sphere. Alright, now what I did next is select the layer style menu and go to color overlay. Select blue and go to, I think it was soft light. Alright, sorry. There you go. To make it dark, go to soft light, that's right. And drag the opacity down to about 30%. Press OK. Alright, select your elliptical marquee tool again and draw shapes on like that. Alright, create a new layer and fill it with white. Deselect and put it on top of the sphere, just like that. Actually, let's increase the size a little bit. Perfect. Now, line it up in the middle. It doesn't have to be in the middle, but I just prefer it there. Okay, like that. Okay, so create a layer mask. Select your gradient overlay and just drag it up a little bit. Make sure the color is set to black. That way it's gonna leave a transparency behind it, the fading effect. Now press Ctrl J, Ctrl T, and flip vertically. Press enter and just slide it down. Sorry, just slide it down as so. There you go. And decrease the opacity to barely visible, which is about 23%. Alright, cool. And now merge visible, just like that. Again, go to layer style and select the color overlay. Go to blue and soft light. Let's try soft light first. And let's change the color to about purplish. There you go. Okay, and for your background, you want something similar. So let's take purple and black. Okay, select gradient and just drag it up. There you go. Just like that. Alright, now select the whole thing, create a new layer, and fill it with black. Press Ctrl T and just drag it down, just like that. That will be a shadow layer. Put it under the sphere layer and just slide it down. There you go. And just position it properly. That looks about right. Then go to Filter, Blur, and Gaussian Blur. Blur it to about, let's say 5.1. 7 is good. 7.2. That's what I have on this picture right here. And then drag the opacity down to about 53%. Okay, now copy the layer, press Ctrl J, Ctrl T, and decrease the size. Right, again, place it in somewhere in the middle. And again, Ctrl J, Ctrl T, decrease it, and put it in the middle again. Just like that. So you can see the shadow, but there's something missing, and that's the reflection. And to create a reflection, just copy the layer, the sphere layer, Ctrl J, press Ctrl T, and then flip vertically. Drag it all the way to the bottom, and put this layer behind all of the shadow layers, so that the shadow stays on top. Then zoom out, create a layer mask, and again select the black to transparency. Just drag it up. And there you have it. Now, what I did next was merge visible. So as you can see, the whole thing is now a layer. Press Ctrl J, Ctrl T, and just make it smaller. Somewhere like that. Sorry. And then move it all the way to the back. That will give it sort of 3D look. Then press Ctrl J, Ctrl T, and increase the size. Just like that. A little bit bigger. And move it to the front. So it should be somewhere around here. And the one in the middle, press Ctrl T and just decrease the size a little bit. Right, there you go. And the one in the corner, decrease the size even more. So like that. Alright, and to make it look very realistic, we'll have to use blur. So select the closest layer, the closest sphere, go to Filter, Blur, and Gaussian Blur, and 7.2 or 8.3 looks actually better. Right, and then go to the farthest one, do the same thing, Blur, and Gaussian Blur. So that puts emphasis on this sphere right here in the middle. And this sphere right here in the middle, you want to go to Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur, but just leave it at about 1, 1.1 or 1.3, somewhere around there. So it's not that, sorry. Okay, Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur. Okay, so it's about 1. Yeah, about 1. And zoom in, and there you have it. 3D sphere and a 3D scene. So my name is Ivan. Check out my website, my new tutorials, rate, comment, and enjoy your Photoshop. Thank you.